Yo, what's up? Whoop whoop. It's your boy Killer J coming back out with you with another edition of Whoops Up, Whoops Down, the Juggalo Movie Podcast, or whatever I want to call it at the time. And today we're reviewing the new release called Companion by Drew Hancock. Taking a little break from the Oscar series and giving you a little something new, something that just came out. Yeah, and it's gonna be a light spoilers. I'm not gonna go to heavily into spoilers, um, but there will be some. Also, I'm about to go on my honeymoon, but I'm gonna try to finish the Oscar series during that time because on March 2nd is the Oscars. And we are doing a live stream during the Oscars. So if you want to watch the Oscars with me, hear my opinions as the show goes on, pipe it, come through, say what's up, give me a whoop whoop. Even if you don't want to watch a little bit, just show in the chat. Throw me some love. I'll be with my wife. But my plan is to get the rest of the movies out during my honeymoon. So you might get, two videos a day or something like that. I'll be home. We're just chilling in a cabin, so I should be able to get some of it done. But anyways, um, that's the plan so far. Let's get to the review for Companion so I can go on my honeymoon. Whoop whoop. All right, here we go. Here's the review for Companion. All right, we're gonna go warp speed this time. Companions directed and written by Drew Hancock. He um, did the film Barbarian a couple years ago, a film that I highly enjoyed and I would love to revisit again down the road. This is his second film. So, pretty hyped, when seeing it. Sophie Thatcher starring in it. I just got into Yellow Jackets with my wife, and season three is going on right now. So she's kind of I think she was in Heretic as well, and Heretic was on my list, and didn't get to see it, but I probably will get to see it. I think it looked good. Jack Quaid also stars in the movie. If you watch, The Boys, that's kind of where he got his start here. He's kind of the guy that's kind of showing up more often. He's in a movie coming out next month called Novocaine. So yeah, so the film is, what IMDb says the film is a weekend getaway with friends at a remote cabin turns into a chaos after it reveals one of its guests is not what they seemed. Oh man. All right. Oh, the monkey. That's something we're probably gonna be watching soon. So, what's my overall thoughts of the film? I thought it was very good. I thought, Drew Hancock has a particular. I think he's still finding his voice, but I really enjoyed his camera angles, the way he paced the film, the way that Sophie Thatch Iris was shot, um, you know, and the movie is like an hour and 30 minutes, which now movies are going over 2 hours, so it being an hour and 37 minutes, the movie just kind of flies. And it kind of takes a lot of homage from like the Stepford Wives, Terminator. It's kind of a romantic comedy with a horror twist with it, especially when you find out what Iris is, and it kind of goes from there. Now, the trailers of the film kind of give it away already, so I don't feel bad by saying this, but Iris is a robot, a companion robot that um, Jack Quaid, who's played by Josh, buys, and it's kind of like a sex toy. You can have sex with this robot. It's like if Ex Machina was fully realized, and this is the next step of what humans would do with this kind of technology. Of course, we would try to find some way to fuck it. You know, so the first part of the film kind of is a mystery about we're spending along with Iris. She's the kind of the main character kind of thing, and it kind of hints at the difference of her. There's a character that doesn't like her. It's like and she makes comments like, "I don't like you." It's not like I don't like you. I don't like the idea of you. So it's kind of hinting that there's an otherness of Iris until when shit starts hitting the fan, once the plot starts kicking in, and Josh's plot is starting. That's when we get the revelation that Iris is actually a robot, and then not who she is. The memories that she has are planted and stuff like that. That's kind of when the movie kind of takes over, and it's something I wish the trailer didn't do. I wish the trailer didn't give away that she was a sex bot right away. I wish there was still some little mystery to it, because it's kind of a shock to Iris that she's a robot, and there's another character as well, uh, you know, Lucas Gage as Patrick. He's kind of a little different there too, and Javier Gualin, who plays Eli, who's also Guillermo in What We Do in the Shadows, is kind of also in this kind of remote thing, and Patrick is like kind of the something's going on with him as well. And as the movie goes on, it kind of builds and kind of the dangers of having this type of AI into a robot that you could build in a companion. Um, so let's look at some shots here from the film. This is from the trailer, just to give you an idea of, of everything. It's created from Barbarian. It does a really good job with the first part of the film. It's more of focusing on Josh and Iris' relationship, and you kind of believe that Iris does love him, but like I said, it's she's a sex bot, so she's meant to like it. Um, Especially with like this portion of the scene right here. This is kind of where the second portion of the act happens here, and that's when things get a little crazy. Yeah, and the trailer kind of does give away too much. Like I wish there was still a sense of mystery. But, what Drew Hancock does, like I think, he comes from a comedy background and I think that works as well. Like the movie is fun to watch. I wasn't bored at all. I think my problem with the film is more of my expectations. Once again, here's a film that I had higher expectations for, and it didn't quite meet them. But what it did meet is still an overall good experience that you should watch. And I think it's a great, it's not like it's almost like Long Legs in a way where it's like it's not the true horror, more of the idea and what's going on in the background and the implications of what's going on. That's the horrific part of it, of a robot, that could do all this damage. That's supposed to be a companion. That's supposed to be, something, that people will will start having relationships with these things, a forced relation, versus actually make a connection with human. Um, and I actually felt, and my wife said the same thing too, is that she wished it was longer. Like she wished there was more to it, and I can understand that as well. I think because it's an hour and 30 minutes, I could have, it's hard to decide what I want more of, but you could inject more stuff into it, and it still would play very well. As of right now, I mean, like, I still think it's still worth your time. I think it has, the imagery. Like, look, this shot right here is pretty. Like, when this motion happens, you know, like at first, the first act, we're kind of like, are sympathetic with Josh. It's when the second act happens where we see his true character and stuff like that, and that plot goes along. And I thought that the plot, you know, was good, but wasn't what I expected. It kind of went in a different direction than I thought it was, and that's probably why my expectations feel like it's not met based on what Drew Hancock did with Barbarian. But this isn't Barbarian; it's a different tale. But what Drew Hancock does, with these characters is fun in a small location, stuff like that. Kind of gives it an Ex Machina. This could be a sequel to Ex Machina, and that was done by Alex Garland. Um, just some of the ideas from that film is in here as well, to the point like this is almost like a sibling sequel to Ex Machina. I think you could watch a double feature of these two, and I think would have a really good time. So there's my quick thoughts about that. I like Sophie Thatcher. I think she is an up and comer. I think her performance is really good. Jack Quaid, I'm afraid he might get a little bit overexposed in films, like a Chris Pratt kind of thing happen when you get overexposed. But I really liked him. Luke Gage right here with Patrick. I thought that some of the scenes that he was very menacing, and it works very 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 well from what I'm looking for in a film. A lot of visual storytelling. I mean, like that. Let's see here. See if I can find another thing. I mean, I love the color palette. I love how everything is framed. Drew Hancock is somebody, even though, like, I would say that I enjoyed Barbarian more. This film, it's not like a sophomore slump. I think it's Really good, and I still think he's in the director, Drew Hancock, is someone you should be paying attention to, even after watching this film. So that is more of the deep dive review. Let's go over the next portion when I finally give, let's see if this film gets a whoops up or whoops down. Let's get to that portion. Companion, I would say in the short term, it's a wickedly fun time. It really pushes boundaries a little bit, especially when it comes to, like I said, I think the implication of what's actually going on is more scary than what you're actually seeing on screen, but I still think it's very effective. I feel like you're still really gonna have a good time with Companion. I think you're gonna walk out thinking like that was fun. I don't know if you're ever gonna think about it down the line as greatest of all time, but I think it's a film that it's definitely worth your time. So for me, it gets a whoops up. And as of right now, we're getting a lot of whoops up in the next three. I don't know. When we see start seeing bad films that start giving it whoops down. But Companion, Drew Hancock's Companion gets a whoops up. It's worth your time, yos. So that's the review. Um, I hope this gives you, encouragement to watch the film. And the next time I'll see you, hopefully, it's a bunch of hit reviews and that you're getting a lot. And right now, I really appreciate the support. I apologize, me getting the flu um, really stopped the train a little bit for me, but I'm trying to pick it up and trying to find my places to record and stuff like that. But I wanted to get this out real quick so you at least have something. And then next time you see me, hope it's more about Oscar stuff. But I know for sure Sunday, March 2nd is going to be the live live of the Oscars with me and my wife as we watch the Oscars. And, as new movies coming out, I will be doing reviews for those as well. I saw some trailers during Companion, and I'm like, ooh, I want to see this. Ooh, I want to see this. So, and then next month, also, give you a little heads up, we're going to start doing having guests doing movie reviews as well. I'm already starting to get my guests together. If you would like to be a guest on the show, I'll put it in the description. Please email me at whoops the email for the for the show will be in the show notes. So you can email me if you would like to be a guest. Please also give me your movie review choices. At least give me three choices just in case my other guests get the same one. I don't want to repeat films or anything like that. So yeah, if you want to be a guest, email me. We'll be in the intro. We'll be in the notes. But thanks for watching. Whoop whoop. Much clown. Motherfucking